Alright, so who's excited for the release of the ear cards? Excited to play the game. SOP is pumping up. But without further ado, Friezard. Randomly apply effect 4 times to your team. Heal and apply 1 damage boost each time. So you're healing for 80 HP total. And you get 4 damage boost as well. So I think this would be very good for 1v1. I don't know if you guys agree, but I think this is gonna be a very strong backline, or even midline. Small Frill, apply 3 poison to all enemies. Heal this Axie for 30 HP. So applying 3 poison to all enemies, that makes me think Gila, right? Gila combo. And this might become a must for most poison teams. Swirl, shuffle 3 confused into your opponent's discard pile. So I don't know if you guys have played other card games, but drawing cards, right, drawing the right combos is the make or break of a turn. So if you're drawing confused into your hand, that really messes you up, right? Back in Battles V2, if you can't get that, if you can't get the shrimp, right? If you're trying to backdoor, but all you're getting are, you don't get the shrimp. Pretty much, you don't get to do anything on that turn, right? So this is gonna be a very strong card. I like it. Sidebar: apply 2 poison and bleed for 4 turns to a random enemy. So this looks very strong. I'm seeing this more again for a backline, maybe 2v2, 1v1, because yes, the damage is good, poison and bleed for 4 turns, but it's random. It's random. So sometimes it could become good, and sometimes it could just be almost useless. Well, not useless because you're still doing damage, but again, it's random because you want to burst someone, right? In Axie, as much as possible. Pagona, apply fragile for 4 turns. If this is going to be the same as Battles V2, then applying fragile means it only does bonus damage to shields. But the fact of the matter is, you don't have shields all the time now. Whereas in Battles V2, you always had shields. Now it's separate. You only have either damage or special cards that have both heal and shield, or just special cards. But majority of the cards only either have damage, shield, or heal. Not both, or not all. So Curved Spine. Target any ally next turn. After the target is attacked, apply bleed to the attacker for 4 turns. So I like this because this essentially negates 1 card from the enemy, because majority of the cards do 60 damage, and if you're shielding for 60, that means you negate their card, but at the same time you're giving them more. You're giving them bleed and additional. I think that's a pretty nice tumble card. Not tumble. Taunt combo card. Alright, Aqua Nemo, gain 1 energy if this Axie's HP is full. Okay, so energy is gonna be pretty strong, right? For any card game, energy is gonna be very strong. But I wonder if you also gain the energy if you just lack 25 HP and that heal got you to full. If it does, then great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't feel as strong later on in the game. Early game, yes, but later on it doesn't feel as strong. Tiny Fan, draw 1 card, gain 3 damage boost. So this could be a good combo for Nemo and Tiny Fan, right? Because you gain the energy, but what if you don't have the card? You don't have the cards to use it, right? Having the Tiny Fan gives you that draw and that energy. This card actually reminds me of Kaku, right? You get the damage boost, but this just has the additional card draw, which is better. Alright, so Gil, your team gains 1 bubble. I'm not sure what bubble does. I'm assuming this is going to be like a shield, probably 25, probably 50, but we'll see when the game is released. Sea Slug, cleanse 2 debuffs, gain 2 cleanser. It's probably gonna be a must-have for the game, because bleed and poison especially look really strong right now. It might be the next meta. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the meta for when it's released. So having this initial cleanse and then having two cleansers after that, I think that's gonna be really really important. Inkling, shuffle one Jinx into your opponent's discard pile. I think this is gonna be nice if you're really building for having that goo, having, you know, really messing up your opponent's card draw. But if you just have one of these, then it's not gonna be as good. Bubble Maker, target an ally, target gains 2 bubble. Okay, so Bubble Maker gives you 50 shields. I'm assuming maybe one bubble is gonna be 25. Right, Beast. Zen. If initial, this Axie meditates. Okay, so meditates, according to Slay the Spire, will allow you to put one card from your discard pile to your hand and retain it. So this is essentially a card draw and a heal, but it's on a beast, so that's a bit weird because we're used to having beast as more of damage, right? But having a heal for a beast, that's pretty weird, and just a card draw as well. Puppy, heal your team. If initial, remove one curse card from your deck. So curse card, I don't know if this is gonna be like Jinx or Goo, but this seems quite underwhelming. Again, unless it becomes a meta where people start putting in a lot of useless cards in your deck. Innocent Lamb, select and add one copy of this Axie skill card to your hand. Okay, so this is one energy, right? I could see pretty nasty combos with this, but you're most likely gonna need an energy card to play this with, because you're already using one energy, right? But hey, this could be an additional nutcracker, so you get 4 nutcrackers now, or 5. I've lost count. Justin Belieber, right? I'm pretty sure I just lost a subscriber there. But randomly deal 3 hits, gain 1 rage per enemy hit. So this is gonna be a rage builder, a rage comp, right? Combo with imp, because imp, when you're in fury mode, you don't use energy. But this is gonna be a must-have if you're trying to build a rage team, right? The Believer. Nutcracker, all nutcrackers. Nutcracker. Nyan, deal 15 bonus damage against bleeding enemy. It's a must-have to have bleed here, right? If you don't have bleed, it's underwhelming, but if you do, that's 15 bonus damage, 20%. So that's a lot of damage. Plant Clover. Summon 1 Clover. I don't know what a Clover does. We'll see when it's released. Rosa. Innate, apply 2 poison and sleep for 2 turns to a random enemy and then ban it. This is pretty strong if sleep causes you to miss, because this is zero energy. You apply 2 poison and sleep at the same time, right? You're essentially making them miss or use up 2 cards for 1. So that's really nice. Hollow, this Axie loses 75 HP, summon a trunk. If this has more than 75, then it's worth, and if it tanks, and hopefully it also has another skill, but we'll see. Sakura, target any ally. Whenever you play a card this battle, heal this Axie 10 HP. So this screams Immortal Plant. I could see this as a buff to a backline or a midline, and this pretty much opens up a backline plant team. And that could be a nightmare for most. I understand. I've had a lot of nightmares back then dealing with triple plant teams. Leafy, randomly deal 2 hits, consume up to 3 leaves to deal 5 damage per leaf consumed. 20 plus 15, 10 plus 15, 25. That's 50 damage for 0 energy. I think that's actually pretty good. But I don't know how you get leaves. If you don't have leaf cards, then this kind of sucks. But if you don't have leaf cards, if you do have leaf cards, then this is going to be pretty strong. Lotus, pretty simple. Have 50 shield and heal for 30. Bug. We're at the bug now. Right, tassels. Heal your team. Heal, that's 30. So 90 total heal for the whole team. Right. So I could see this as a counter for poison and bleed teams. Otherwise, it's kind of mediocre. 30 heal isn't really that much. Larva. Scry 2 cards. Gain 1 energy if this... Larva. Scry 2 cards. Gain 1 energy if discard 1 skill card upon scrying. Okay. So I think this is gonna be I think this is good. Right? Because if you draw 2 cards, because you get to choose, right? You get to choose you get to choose from 2 cards. If you get 2 good cards, then great. If you only have 1 good card out of the 2, then you can discard. But if you have if both are bad, then you're pretty much, SOL. But at least you get to choose which bad card you get to have, right? You get to play. So I think this is nice. Earwing. Attack all enemies. Deal 3 bonus damage per card on your hand. So 20 if you have 5, plus 15 for all enemies, right? That's 35. So over 90 damage. I could see this as a cleave card comboed with Grandma's Fan. So we might start seeing bird and bug combos, or probably just have the Grandma's Fan as part of a bug, or just have Earwing as part of a bird, right? Ear breathing. Randomly deal 4 hits, shuffle 1 goo per enemy hit into the opponent's discard pile for 2 energy. So 30 times 4 is 120. That's a pretty good amount of damage. But at the same time, you're putting 4 goo to the discard pile, right? So forget discard bug, right? This is probably one of the most annoying things to deal with, because this can really mess up a combo, right? The opponent's combos. Imagine them drawing 1 or 2 goos in 1 round. That could be tilting, right? You just needed that one shrimp, right? But instead you get the goo. Oh my gosh, you'd end up throwing your phone. Beetle Spike. Deal pure damage, apply bleed. It's meh, I think. Leaf Bug. Whenever this is drawn, gain 3 shield. Okay, so instead of Leaf Bug giving you energy, now it gives you shield. This might be good for backline, but it's kind of meh at the same time. We'll see. We'll see how Battles V3 plays out. Alright, Bird. It's time for the birds. Pink Cheek. Discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many. Alright, for 0 energy, you get to redraw. I think that's pretty strong. What if you have 2 bad cards? You just get 2 more, right? You just get 2 more bad cards. No, hopefully you get good cards afterwards. I think this is a really good card. Little Owl. All Little Owl cards of this Axie gain 6 damage this battle. It's pretty much the bird version of the Nutcracker. Peacemaker. Apply weak for 2 turns. If target previously has weak, deal 15 more damage. So that's a 20% bonus damage boost. That's pretty good. Early Bird. If initial, draw 1 card. This is the bird version of the hare. So birds are trying to copy beast cards now. That's funny. Curly, deal 25 more damage to shield. I don't think this is good, because back in Battles V2, you always had to deal with shields, almost always. But here, most cards only either have attack, heal, shield. Some special cards have both, but most only have attack, heal, or shield. Right? So you're not going to be dealing with a lot of shield this game. Risky Bird. Apply weak to this Axie for 2 turns. So this is more like an executionary card. Play it last. All right, so that is it. We've finished the whole thing. That is all of the ear cards. I'm excited to start playing soon. And let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of combos you think you could make after they've released this. I'd like to hear from the comments below. And if you'd like to hear my thoughts, here's a video of what I think would be really good combos for all of the cards that they've released so far, including the airs. All right. See you guys next time.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy.